Praise Jesus, beautiful one. I hope you're well. I hope you're blessed. I hope you're keeping hope alive. I'm your host, Kara Hope. This is Beauty from Ashes TV. I'm well on keeping hope alive. Welcome to today's word. Let us open our minds, let us open our hearts, and be ready to hear what the Lord has for us today. So today we're going to learn about prayer and fasting, and we'll see why we need to do prayer and fasting. And in the consecutive videos, you're going to be learning about some fasting, different kinds of fasting, the fastings that I've had, and the testimonies that I have had from those kind of fasting. And we're going to turn to our Bibles from the book of Mark, chapter number 9 and verse 29. Well, let's start from 25 and get a little behind story of what is in verse 29. So let's read. When Jesus saw that a crowd was running to the scene, he rebuked the impure spirit. "You deaf and mute spirit," he said, "I command you, come out of him and never enter him again." The spirit shrieked, convulsed him violently, and came out. The boy looked so much like a corpse that many said, "He's dead." But Jesus took him by the hand and lifted him to his feet, and he stood up. After Jesus had gone indoors, his disciples asked him privately, "Why couldn't we drive it out?" He replied, "This kind can come out only by prayer and fasting." That is the word of God. Jesus is telling his disciples that there are some things in life that cannot just go away just by mere prayer, just by mere utterance of some words. There are some things in life that needs prayer and fasting. There are some demons that needs to be cast out by prayer and fasting. There are some mountains that need to be climbed by prayer and fasting. There's some character traits in us that needs prayer and fasting. There's some doors needs to be closed through prayer and fasting. Doors needs to be opened through prayer and fasting. And I once had a neighbor, and we were just seated, and that neighbor was asking another neighbor, "Why do people punish themselves by fasting?" And I wondered, what does she mean? So I asked, "What do you mean by that?" And the neighbor said, "Well, God has given you food, God has given you a mouth. Why would you refuse to eat? And He has given you the food, He has given you the mouth to eat. Why would you punish yourself that much? Do you hate yourself that much?" I was like, wow. People think that fasting is a punishment. People think that fasting is doing negative of what God says, because she was like, God has blessed you with food and mouth. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you not use the blessings that God has given you? That was her perspective. And we did our best with the other neighbor to explain it to her why fasting was not a punishment. Well, we tried, we did our best, and at the end of it all, she got to understand why prayer and fasting is important. I know maybe you're there, yeah, you're like, I can never fast. I have never gotten problems that would make me fast. Well, you don't have to even fast because of a problem. And actually, I think, to me, I feel the best time for fasting is not when I have problems. The best time for me to fast is when my life is going smoothly. Because when I have the problems, I will fast for the wrong reasons. Yeah, And even though I fast when I have the problem, I may not get the strength to really pray about them. So when my life is going so smoothly, that's when I feel it's the right time to pray and to fast. That is, I feel like that's when I have the strength to counterattack whatever the devil is planning. Not when already things have happened, that's when I'm running to God through prayer and fasting. So when the problems come, it's time to believe in the prayers, to believe that God had me, to believe that I'm going to get through this because God has got my back. This is the time of Thanksgiving. When problems come, it's time for Thanksgiving. This is when you get to know that even though I pass through fire, through water, that God is going to bring me into a place of abundance. Is going to give me rest. Is going to make me victorious out of this situation. It's a time to thank God that He's allowing you to go through that. He's allowing you to depend on Him. He's allowing your faith to be strengthened. He's allowing you to only depend on Him. Prayer and fasting has been of so much help in my life personally, and I know to some of you watching it has been of help to you, and to those of you that has not been of so much help to you, I want us to go on this journey together. I want us to learn things. I want us to learn what the Lord wants from us, what the Lord needs from us. Yeah, there are some things that cannot go away. There are some things that cannot come into your life either. Just by mere occurrences, if I may say, they need prayer and fasting. Many characters in the Bible do that. You are not the first, and actually they are there. Those characters are maybe our point of like we look up to them. They prayed and fasted and they had positive outcomes. They had breakthroughs in whatever they were praying and fasting about. Yeah, Esther fasted for her people. Daniel fasted. So many people fasted. Jesus fasted for 40 days. Yeah, and so if at all even Jesus fasted, who are we not to fast? If people in the ancient days did that, who are we not to do that? Actually, it's like it should be a lifestyle. It should be a lifestyle, and you should not only pray and fast when you have problems. That's not how it should be. It should be like it should be in your blood to pray and fast. It should be in you. Well, I'm not saying that you should fast like every day or no. Just let it be in you, that no one is pushing you to do it. No one should push you to pray and fast. It should come from within. Let the Holy Spirit lead. Let the Holy Spirit guide. Let the Holy Spirit guide you. Let it come from within. Let no one push you here and there. Let no one tell you that you should. I think whatever you're going through, you should pray and fast. I think. No. Let no one dictate. Let it come from within. Let the Holy Spirit guide. Let the Holy Spirit lead. prayer and fasting is of so much importance in a Christian's life. If at all you are going to grow spiritually, if at all you are going to overcome battles, if at all we're going to increase our faith in God, if at all we need God in our lives, if at all you need to do as God wills, praying and fasting should be in our lives. Praying and fasting should be our lifestyle. Let the Holy Spirit guide, let the Holy Spirit lead. And that is what the Lord has for us today. I hope you've learned something. Kindly share this video to another person. Subscribe, yeah, you know, this channel has so much for us from the Lord. I hope you've been blessed, and until next time, I've been your host, Karaho. Shalom.